Okay, hi guys, I think I'm live now. If you can see me and if you can hear me and if everything is looking good from a technical standpoint, please message in the chat. If there are any issues, technical issues, again, feel free to let me know. Today is an important stream because we'll be looking at what are the important topics that people should be aware of when they start preparing for CAT. This is a very important stream, especially for students who have not taken CAT before, especially for students who are freshers, or maybe somebody who has taken CAT just once. Because then you will know where you should put in your effort and time. That is what we are going to cover today. If you are live and if you have any questions, please do message in the chat. I'll look at all the questions and I'll try to answer as many as I can. Ayush is saying all okay sir. Hi Ayush. Darshit Shah is saying hello. Hi Darshit. Vinay, hi. Very good evening to all of you. Raviteja is saying hi sir. Hi Raviteja. So essentially we'll be looking at all the three sections: verbal, LRDI and quant. We'll start off with quant because the answer for this is a lot more crisper and a lot more specific with respect to quant. Then we'll go to verbal and then we'll go to LRDI. That is what we plan to do. If you have any doubts, again as I mentioned earlier, you can always mention in the chat. Atisha is asking today's first question. Hi sir, I've started CAT from yesterday. Will I be able to touch 90 percentile? 90 percentile is not very difficult. 90 percentile is not comparable to say scoring 95 marks or 90 marks in your examinations. 90 percentile is eminently possible for somebody who is preparing for the for like say 6 to 7 months. And I think we have around close to 5 months left. If you make good use of this 5 months, I'm sure you'll cross 90 percentile. Atul Shukla is saying, sir, is there enough time if you start from today? I think if you start from today, there is sufficient time, but just ensure that you don't postpone it too much. I think from the last somebody should start, the latest somebody should start if they're looking to do a good job, in my opinion, is say around July. But if you have time from now on, definitely prepare from now on. Because I'm quite certain that from say July 15th or from August, by the time the notification actually comes out, there will be very little time for you to actually build your basics. Darshit Shah is saying, sir, verbal के लिए vocabulary ज़रूरी है क्या? If yes, then कहाँ से करना चाहिए vocab? Verbal के लिए vocabulary ज़रूरी नहीं है. Verbal के लिए काफ़ी important ये है कि तुम्हारा comprehension skills कितना अच्छा है. So you should be able to read a passage and you should be able to quickly grasp कि ये passage में ये दो lines काफ़ी important है. या ये passage का मतलब ये है. These are things that you should immediately figure out. Now, the way a author actually phrases an entire passage, उसका starting line क्या है, उसका middle sentence क्या है, उसका third line क्या है, और उन दोनों में से कैसे words वो use कर रहे हैं. First line में अगर वो कुछ बोल रहे हैं, but second line में if he is saying something like say although, or if he is using a word which is basically negating whatever was told in the first line, then you should figure out that the author, why is he using these kind of words? What is the author's position on it? So once you get a good handle of how passages are written, and if you try to comprehend what the author is actually trying to tell you in a quick way, in a crisp way, then you'll be doing very well in reading comprehension. Anyway, if you're looking at the important topics, let us start with verbal because a question has come from verbal. The most important topic in verbal, kind of like the fountainhead for you to do well in the entire section, is reading comprehension. And what are the skills that somebody needs to have to do well in reading comprehension? Like I just mentioned, you should be very clear about why a particular line is used or why it was phrased in a certain way. You should be immediately understanding what the author is actually trying to say. Not just understanding what a particular line means, but why was it phrased in a particular way? Why was the earlier sentence used and what is the purpose of the sentence which is next to the one that you're reading? All of these things should be very clear to you. Then you will be able to immediately understand what the information is being given, what is the author's standpoint on it. Does he agree with the information he is presenting? And because many times in CAT, the questions will not be very direct in reading comprehension. In fact, very rarely will you get a question which is actually completely something that you can pick from the passage. For example, if there is a passage about Indian states, and if say it was mentioned that there are 26 states in India and each of them is doing in a particular way economically, the question will not be about how many states are there in India. It won't be factual. It will always be, most likely, it is going to be inference based. By inference based, suppose again, going back to the same example, suppose there are 28 states in India and the author is saying that since the last 50 years, a particular state is doing well or some states are not doing well recently, and the author says that, okay, this is probably the reason for it. some state should focus on a particular set of things, whatever might be the author standpoint. The question will not be about how many states are there in India. The question might be something like, okay, which of the states will the author support, or which of these policies will the author support? Now, these policies might not actually be mentioned from the passage, but by looking at the tone of the passage, you will get an idea about what are the things that the author will support. And then you will be listing, you will get a list of 4 options, and only one of them will be possibly something that the author will support. So you should understand what the author is saying. You should understand what the author's standpoint is and how he is actually going to think. So you should put yourself in the shoes of the author. This is a very important skill to have. Guys, please do like this stream. I think we have more than 50 people who are watching this stream live, but we have very few likes. So if you're liking what we are doing, please do like this stream, because it will motivate us to conduct these kind of streams more often. We have 35 likes, but before the stream ends, I want to get to definitely 100 likes. Let me look at another question. Running Marathon is saying, sir, how to skip RC difficult questions like we do for other sections? This is a very important question that you asked. And I just covered it when I took DashCat 3 today. So DashCat 3 is live, and I take the verbal section as a mock attempt, so that I get a sense of what are the kind of questions that are asked, or how to actually tackle them when we do the mock analysis video. So which we recorded today itself, where we recorded the mock analysis for DashCat 3. It will be live on YouTube maybe tomorrow. Anyway, coming back to this question about what to do when you face a difficult RC. And in some of the RCs in DashCat 3, I face some difficulty. But what I always tell people, and what I tell students, and what I myself follow is that if you run into trouble in any RC, don't leave it midway. Don't tell yourself that, okay, I'm going to come back to this RC later. That strategy will work in Quant. So for example, in Quant, if I'm looking at a question and I spend say 30 seconds or a minute, and then I make no headway there, then I tell myself that, okay, I'm going to leave this now, I'll come back to it later. A RC, if you're leaving midway, you will never come back to it. And you would have spent at least a few minutes before you feel that you are completely stuck in an RC, because you would have at least gone through 2-3 passages. If you have gone through 2-3 passages, buckle up and try to answer the RC to the best of your ability. Go to the questions. If you are completely stuck there, you're not understanding what to do, you have lost the chain of thought in the passage, still go to the questions and try to see if you can get 1 or 2 questions correct. If you get 1 or 2 questions correct, then leave it and go to the next RC, but ensure that, and you tell yourself that this is it, I'm not going to come back to this RC. There won't be enough time for you to leave an RC midway, finish the entire questions, and then again come back to that RC. So whatever effort that you have put in, whatever 2 or 3 passages that you have read, look at the questions and see if you can actually answer some of them. And then do the best of your ability and then leave it and go to the next one. That is what you should follow. In Quant, it is likely that you will get time later on, but in RC, you will not get it. Ayush is saying, sir, BCA graduates are considered non-engineers. Yeah, I think BCA graduates are considered non-engineers. The notification anyways will be out in the next 3-4 weeks. So just wait for it. Raviteja is saying, sir, Quant going with only arithmetic algebra, we can get around 14 questions, right? Is that good in that way, Raviteja, for 99 percentile? I think it is a very bad strategy, to be really honest. You should never limit yourself like that. It is like saying, okay, I have a very good finisher in a cricket match, so I'm going to block all the balls at the start. That is not a good strategy, right? Because you have a lot of time left. And another important topic which you are ignoring is geometry. You should be very good at arithmetic, algebra and geometry if you want to score 95 percentile in Quant. If you're looking for 99 percentile, then you can't leave anything. It is a bad idea to leave anything, especially something like say modern maths. You might not be good at a particular topic, that is fine. You might not be good at number systems, you might not be good at remainder theorems, but you should know the basics of all the topics if you're aiming for 99 percentile. Sonu Mohapatra is saying, how many hours do I need to put in if I start now? We are actually launching a batch very soon. We are launching a 5-month batch for CAT, and in that batch we give students material every single day. We tell them that, okay, a schedule is given. We tell them that today you have to watch this particular video, today you have to solve these questions, today you have to take this mock. So according to the schedule, every day somebody should put in say around 3 hours from now on. So if you are using our material, it will take you around 3 hours. If you are preparing from somewhere else, also I would recommend you to prepare at least 3 hours every single day if you want to cover the entire portion. And there is sufficient time for you to actually cover the entire portion, so there is no reason for you to not cover it. Saurabh Singh is saying, how to tackle LRDA syllabus? I have studied topics separately, still unable to solve sets in mocks. LRDI, one of the best way to prepare for LRDI is by solving the previous paper sets. We have uploaded the previous papers, LRDIs. We have uploaded the entire previous papers, all the slots with detailed solutions on our website. You have to just Google search whatever is given up. You have to Google search Cracku CAT previous papers. Then you will go to the previous papers page on our website. If you're on your phone, you can download the PDF immediately. If you're on your website also, you can download the PDF immediately. Download all of those PDFs, keep them in a folder. And try to ensure that every single day from at least CAT 2017 till CAT 2021, every single day try to do say 2 LRDI sets from the previous papers. That should be your first standpoint. And in fact, on our website, if you go through an LRDI set and you're not getting it, there will be a link in that PDF. If you click on it, you will be redirected to the video solution. That I think will definitely help, and our video solutions are actually quite good. If you look at the video solution, you will exactly understand how to solve the LRDI set. So, but before you watch the video solution, I would recommend you to put in your full effort in actually trying to solve that LRDI set. That I think should be the first step. And if you just solve all the LRDIs from CAT 2017 to CAT 2021 and you watch all the video solutions, our video solutions are actually up on YouTube. And like I said earlier, in the PDF, if you click on a particular page, it will be redirected to the YouTube video link. Just watch them and try to solve all of these sets. Just by doing it, you will improve significantly. If you have more time and if you want to put in more effort, then definitely do the Cracku daily targets. Cracku daily targets are extremely good, especially for LRDI. We have picked very good LRDI sets and we give one LRDI set every single day. And again, like you know, Cracku daily targets have detailed video solutions. So if you get stuck in any LRDI set, you can watch the video solution. This I think is what somebody should do if they are looking to significantly improve in LRDI. Han is saying, sir, how many questions should one answer in VA, LRDI and QA to touch the 99 percentile mark? I don't want to get into the 99 percentile or 100 percentile right now. In general, I would recommend you to give your best and try to increase your score as much as you can. Because the 99 percentile keeps on changing. What is 99 percentile last year will not be 99 percentile this year. And there will be significant changes based on how difficult the paper is. And in fact, this year we don't even know whether it will be 2 hours or for 3 hours. So there are so many parameters which are unknown right now. So it makes no sense for you to focus on a particular number. Just focus on giving your best and improving your score as much as you can. Just right now focus on finishing the syllabus. That is very important right now. Okay guys, we have 68 people who are watching our stream live. We have only 63 likes. We need 37 more likes guys. Please do like the stream so that we can hit 100 likes. Now coming to what are the important topics in Quant. The important topics in Quant, like many of you know, the most important topic is arithmetic. What does arithmetic involve? Arithmetic involves a wide variety of smaller topics like say ratio and proportion, averages and percentages, simple and compound interest, time, speed, distance, time and work. All of these things which are basically from 10th standard maths, 9th and 10th standard NCERT maths is what is involved in arithmetic. This is a very important topic, and the reason it is important, firstly, you'll get a lot of questions from it. Secondly, it is one of the topics in maths, in Quant, where you can aim for 100% accuracy and you can actually get 100% accuracy because the concepts are fairly easy. If you understand the concepts, applying them also is very easy. They're not at all difficult. And I know it because when I try to set a difficult question from any of the topics that I mentioned, it is actually not easy because sometimes you want to give difficult questions from all the topics. It is very easy to give a difficult question from number systems. It is very easy to give a difficult questions from geometry. You can easily create those things, which I know because I have composed a lot of questions. But making a question difficult from any of the topics that I mentioned is actually not an easy job. Only time and distance and time and work, where there are escalators involved or there is relative speed involved or there are a few people who are running around a circle is involved, something which is related to time and distance or time and work, you can add some complications. But topics like ratio and proportion, topics like averages and percentages or simple and compound interest, these are so easy that it is difficult to actually make a question which is difficult in them. So that is the reason I would tell you that focus on arithmetic and try to get 100% accuracy in that. Once you're confident of arithmetic, then go to algebra. Algebra also, it is not very easy to make a difficult question, although it is definitely easier than arithmetic. And algebra will involve topics like say linear equations, quadratic equations, polynomials. These are the things that algebra is involved. Again, you can aim for high accuracy in them. There are many tricks that you can solve our daily targets regularly. We have a lot of daily targets on these topics. So you will get an idea about what are the kind of tricks that I use to solve these kind of questions fast. Sometimes in functions you just substitute a particular number and you will get the answer. Anyway, I don't want to get into the nitty-gritties of how to actually improve in any of these topics. I want to tell you that algebra is also a very important topic. Finally, the last very important topic is that of geometry. Geometry has two parts. One is solids, that will be like say cylinders, cones, their volumes, total surface area, lateral surface area, all of those things. And the other is actually 2D geometry. 2D geometry will involve triangles, circles, how to find the area, there will be tangents, you have to find out certain angles. All of these things come in 2D geometry. 2D geometry has a lot of theorems, but again if you think about it, it won't have more than say 20 or 30 theorems. And if you know how to apply each of those theorems well, you will do quite well in geometry. You might not get 100% accuracy, but you will be doing quite well. So don't get put off by the number of theorems that are there. Just put in the effort and try to improve in it. There is no other alternative. Geometry is a very important topic and you have to know it well. It is not even enough for you to know geometry, the basics of geometry. Geometry is an extremely important topic and you have to be good at it. If you are trying to score very high in CAT, you have to be good at geometry. These are the three topics you have to be very good at. Then come the other topics where you need not be extremely good at them, but you should definitely cover the basics. Because sometimes questions can come which are easy, which you should get. Some of them are modern maths. Modern maths again is say logarithms. Logarithms is one of the topics where it is very difficult to make a difficult question. So logarithms is something that you should be good at. Modern maths, functions, modulus, inequalities. These are all the topics that you should be, at least your basic should be good, because it is easy, it is possible to get a very difficult question in the topics that I mentioned except logarithms. But still if an easy question comes, you should be able to answer it. Let me answer a few questions and then I will continue. Somebody is given their profile, 10th this much, 12th this much VS workx. Is it even possible to get into ABC? If you want to figure out how much CAT percentile you would need to get a call from the top institutes like Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Calcutta, all of this, we have a tool which we developed. The tool is called CAT percentile required for IIM calls. You have to input your profile details, that is you have to input how much you scored in your 10th, your 12th, what is your, are you an engineer, non-engineer, are you a male or a female, all of these things you should enter. And then if you click on submit, we have a tool which goes through the selection criteria for all of these institutes. How much weightage are they giving for each one of them? We look at the percentile that was required the last few years, and then we used all of that information to develop a tool. This is a fairly accurate tool and you will get a good idea about how much percentile you will need. So use it and you will get a good idea. The link to use the tool, CAT percentile required for IIM calls, is given in the description of this video. Sajal Gupta is saying, sir, in Quant, I'm focusing on number systems, quadratic equations, indices, surds, ratio, proportion, profit, loss, coordinate geometry. Is it good to go? In addition to all of this, again, just like I mentioned earlier, focus on normal geometry also. That is 2D geometry as well as solids. That is cylinders, cones, all of them. Rakesh Chidurala. Sir, if we attempt a particular question, RC, then what is the strategy to attempt 4 RCs and also have ample time to attempt PS, PJ, OOPS? OOC. What I normally do is, first I start off with RCs. Verbal is the first section in CAT. Your mind is very fresh, my mind is very fresh. So I first look at the 4 RCs that are there. I pick a couple of RCs to attempt and I get those RCs done. I might not do very well, like today when I was attempting DashCAT 3, I did not do very well in the first 2 RCs that I attempted. But at least I finished 2 RCs first. Because my mind is fresh, it is not bogged down, I am not tired. After that, I want to give my mind some break. Then I go and attempt a few verbal questions, maybe 2 or 3 verbal questions. Then I come back and again I do the third RC well. By now, I'm completely done. My brain is very tired, I don't want to read anymore. Then I go back and finish the verbal ability questions. Typically around this time, I have around 5 minutes left and I have 1 RC left. Now this last RC is an RC which I know I would not do very well. But I look at the questions, I first glance through the entire RC. I try to just briefly, within like a minute or so, get an idea about what this RC is about. And then I look at the questions, I try to pick out where that question is from, which part of the RC it is from, and then I try to get that question correct. This has very bad accuracy. This method where you try to figure out the answer by looking at the question first and not by reading the passage. But by that time my mind is very tired that I can't really read the passage and then give my best. This is the strategy I use. This is the strategy I use in CAT in all the mocks that I take. Darshit Shah is saying how to stay consistent. Very good question, Darshit Shah. I don't know if you're a premium student of Cracku or not, but a premium student of Cracku has to just stick to the schedule. Just ensure that every single day when we send you a mail, that these are the things that you have to cover. This is the video you have to watch. This is the concept video that you have to look at. And after the concept video is finished, if we ask you to take a concept test, which will typically have around say 5 questions, just ensure that you're finishing that every single day. Because sticking to a plan which is provided by somebody else is easier than actually creating your own plan and motivating yourself to follow it. This is what we realized. So every single day when we give you something to watch and solve, just ensure that you don't have any backlogs. And if you have any backlogs because you have the weekend and we don't send anything on the weekend, use that weekend to clear out the backlogs. Don't let the backlogs accumulate. Once you do that, you will and if you do that only for the first 3-4 weeks, you will that habit will be inculcated in you. So you don't need to worry too much. Okay guys, we have 85 people who are watching this stream live. We have 83 likes. We need just 17 more likes to cross 100 likes. Paresh Patel is saying, sir, can I get extra discount on the courses? Is possible. We do give some discounts. The discounts given are dependent on your profile. If you have done well in 10th or 12th, we give a discount. We give a special discount to all the children of Defense Personnel of India. No questions asked. So all of these different criteria are there to get to avail discounts on Cracku. If you need more information, please do send a mail to support@cracku.in and we will get back to you. Running Marathon is saying, sir, I sometimes refer NCERT for geometry proof. Which concepts proof I should definitely do? Normally, I would suggest that if you are just starting your preparation for CAT, proofs of geometry is not needed. But if you are interested, then I think it is a very good thing for you to actually go through the proofs. The reason you should go through the proofs is because then your concepts will become very clear. Because in geometry, many of the theorems are interrelated. So if your concepts are very clear and your concepts become clear when you read the proofs, it is going to help you in answering questions better. That is the only reason for you to look for proofs. No proof is obviously going to be asked in the examination. Proofs, look at all the proofs for, again, this is only for serious students. Students who are looking to get 99 percentile plus, they should be the ones who should be worried about proofs. And they should be worried about proofs only because their concepts will become clearer for no other reason. Look for proofs of all the circles, all the 2D geometry. Circles, maybe triangles, all of those things. If you look at the proofs, you'll get a better understanding of how each of them is related to the other. Ayush is saying how much you scored in VARC in Dashcard 3. I think I scored around 30. I didn't do well. It was a difficult verbal section. Kunal Madan, sir, I gave a free mock for CAT and got 35 and 29 marks. I'm not able to score good in both DILR as well as VARC sections. Please provide some solution as I've been scoring good in basics of all this. I already gave an idea about how you can improve in DILR. To improve in LRDA, the first step is to download the previous papers of CAT. And where are you going to download the previous papers of CAT? You can download the previous papers of CAT on our Cracku website. You have to just Google search Cracku CAT previous papers. You can download the PDFs completely for free. Go through at least one set every single day. That is how you are going to improve in LRDA. If you are looking for VARC, I would recommend you to start inculcating a habit of reading. Read a wide variety of diverse materials. Look at op-eds, look at editorials. You know the usual websites that you should read. You should read from The Guardian, New York Times. From India, you can read from the Indian Express, The Hindu. Focus on reading the op-ed pages of all of these on a regular basis. Then your interest also will increase and your comprehension skills also will increase. Madhav Kabra is saying, sir, it's frustrating to see old IIM criteria. I'm gem fresher with average ACATS. Yeah, but at some point somebody has to set some criteria, right? There has to be a criteria based on which they will select people. And that is a criteria, and in my opinion, I think it is a fair criteria. The reason I think it's a fair criteria is because if somebody has studied well in their 10th and 12th, they should be rewarded. I myself did not have a very good ACATS. But even at that time, I used to feel it is a fair criteria. Somebody who was more disciplined when they were young, somebody who was more mature when they were young, They are being rewarded now. I think that should be okay. Harvey Oja is saying, sir, I'm facing an issue with maintaining time and getting accuracy in answers. How should I improve on that part? Mostly it is either accuracy in answers or I complete the test on time. I think you need not worry too much. Focus on accuracy, try to improve your accuracy quite a lot, and your speed will slowly increase. Your speed will increase only with practice. If you take a lot of mocks, your speed will also increase, but improving accuracy is more difficult. So focus on keeping your accuracy high and try to also select the right questions. For example, in LRDI, go through all the 4 sets first before you actually start attempting any LRDI set, so that you don't miss out on any easy set. Similarly, in Quant, ensure that even if you are not able to solve all of them, you have at least looked at all of them. It should not happen that out of the 20 or 22 questions, you only looked at 12 questions and you completely left 10 questions. That is very bad. You should be willing to leave a question completely untouched, but you should at least read it. And if you are getting stuck in any question, leave it and go to the next one. Because you should never leave out a very simple question. There will be some lollipop questions, very easy questions, and you should not leave them. Because every question has equal weightage. That is something that you should worry about. Don't worry about improving your speed. That will automatically come if you are taking a lot of mocks. Khushbu Chaurashi is saying, sir, is 3D geometry questions also come? 3D geometry questions don't come, but you will get simple solid questions like what is the volume of a particular cylinder or what is the volume of a cone. Those kind of things can come. Okay guys, I'll be looking at a couple of more questions before we end the stream. Please do like this stream. We have 100 likes, so that is good. Shivaprasad is saying thoughts on DashCAD 3 LRDI. I don't want to like spoil it for people who have not taken DashCAD 3. We have released a mock analysis. We will be releasing a mock analysis video. I've just recorded it today. Tomorrow it will be up on YouTube, so you can watch it then. All my thoughts on DashCAD 3 verbal, DashCAD 3 LRDI, all of them will be available there. But if I say anything about it now, people who are going to take DashCAD 3 later, they will have some sort of a spoiler, which is not good. Ritesh Killer is saying, sir, I'm from batch 8 and I'm 1 month back as of now. I've recently started daily target but unable to cope with both, completing batch task plus daily target. Focus on batch task. Batch task is more important than daily target. Ensure, because batch task will help you improve your foundations. Your concepts will become very clear if you are doing the batch task. Daily target is for practice. It is a very good way of practicing, but first you should focus on improving your concepts. Once you're clear in your concepts, then you can get to the daily target. So don't ignore batch task for daily target. Okay guys, last question. Adharva Mangrulkar is saying, best time to start full mock seriously. Start now. You should definitely take at least 1 mock every 2 weeks from now on. Don't put off taking mocks till September or October. By then it will be too late. Start taking at least 1 mock every 2-3 weeks from now on. And Cracku actually has 3 free mocks, all of them in the latest pattern and all of them with video solutions. You should definitely check them out. The link to take the free CAT mocks on our Cracku site is given in the description of this video. Okay guys, thanks for tuning in. We will have another stream in the coming days. So please like this stream and please do subscribe to our channel.